Hey there, home theater fans. Todd Anderson with avnirvana.com. I'm hanging out at CEDIA 2025 with Brian Azzano. How's it going, Brian?
It's going great today. How are you?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
I think we may have met in the past, a couple years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys have some
industry veterans.
I know. Yeah. Yeah, it's really good to see you though here, and I know you guys have a pretty cool booth set up.
We have. The show's been fantastic for us this year. We've got a great position, so people coming right in the door instantly have a chance to see some of our latest and greatest products, most notably being one of our large outdoor TV systems.
Yeah, let's check it out, because I think when you talk about people coming in and seeing you guys being attracted to the space, I think the thing behind us is something that is probably like a light for moths, right?
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. And really, in the world of outdoor video, brightness is the name of the game. And if we're competing with outdoor sunshine and we're trying to watch that afternoon football game in the summer, we want something that's really going to compete against the direct sunlight and be a main focal point for the client's living space.
Awesome. Well, let's check it out. All right, so what are we looking at here?
So here we're showcasing actually one of the smallest models that we produce.
This is the smallest?
This is one of the smallest, yeah. This is a 114-inch direct view LED screen. The light output on the screen is 4,000 nits. So to compare that with a normal TV in your living room, that's about 300 nits.
Right.
So this gives you an excellent amount of output, so it's really compete against any light condition out.
So really, I mean, this, as you are seeing right there, it's meant to go near a pool, somewhere where it's brightly lit. It's not meant to be stuck away underneath like a pergola or something like that.
Yeah, this is an true outdoor product. So it can be in full outlets all year round. Now what's unique about this product and what really appeals to a lot of people is that this is a fully retractable screen, meaning we can position this in a below ground vault, so it can deliver the ultimate pop-up TV experience for the client, whether it be next to the swimming pool or next to a body of water like a lake of this, or just in a nice outdoor garden area.
So this is a way of keeping it weatherproof, essentially?
Well, the entire device is weatherproof itself, but what the lift system gets you is the ability to preserve a view or just have that James Bond wow feature.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is really cool.
And when we scale this up to some of our largest products, which are the 200-inch class, it can create an absolute stunning showpiece.
I can't even imagine what something like that would look like coming up out of the ground. How many installs a year do you do with that size of a screen?
That size is a bit of an exception.
Yeah.
So we're touching on about 3 or 4 or 5 of those types of installations per year.
That's so cool.
But these mid-range sizes are very workable, very usable, and in this space, even considered somewhat economical. What this is also really, we've tried to appeal to installers and dealers with this product in the sense that it's designed to take all the guesswork out of all these different systems that might need to be integrated for these projects. So what lift do I source? What type of screen do I use? How do I control it all, put it all together? This is really a self-contained system that's designed to be dropped in place, terminated, and usually within a few hours of installation, we have a picture on the screen and the client's watching some TV.
That's amazing. Does it ship with the screen built? I'm assuming this is a micro LED with tiles.
It is.
That you built. So does it ship all built?
Completely assembled. Some of our largest sizes, if we are going overseas or if we have certain installations, hurdles or obstacles we need to get around, we do have the ability to break them down and ship these pieces and assemble on site.
Yeah.
One of the big advantages to this is you don't have to do all that. You can just plunk it down, fully assembled, ready to go.
And I'm sure with this beautiful case, I don't know, what do you call the body here?
We just call this the lower enclosure. There's nothing too fancy about it, but it does have audio system options. So what you see here, these inputs.
Was I just knocking on the speaker?
Yeah, this is actually a speaker.
I was like, man, that's almost hollow, but that's a speaker. Is it durable enough
to
have a baseball thrown off it? Or?
Absolutely. These are all made out of aluminum and stainless steel, including the speaker diaphragms. So a little bit about Stealth, a little of our backstory. We specialize in a speaker that uses a flat radiating diaphragm. So no grill needed. Sound emanates right from the surface.
So paint.
Excellent for outdoor applications.
Wow, that's really interesting. I mean, and like you're saying, this closes down, you don't see the screen. Well, with your speakers, you don't see the speakers.
That's correct.
You would never know they are there.
That's correct.
What kind of output in terms of frequency range are we talking about with these speakers, and are some specialized for mid and upper frequencies and others specialized for lower?
Yeah, so we have full range models and we have subwoofer models.
Okay.
So in this case right here, you can see there are 5 openings. We do a simple 3.1 system here with LCR and then a pair of subs serving as one channel of audio.
Wow. Pretty cool. Is there a chance we can see this guy shut down?
So average travel time is right around 45 seconds. The screen to raise and retract. It varies a little bit from size to size.
You know, I'm imagining this in my own backyard all of a sudden.
Me too. Every day.
And once it goes down, does it shut off the screen automatically, or is that something that the end user has to do?
Well, there are options. So the way I have it running here is a simple limit switch. So when the screen retracts, it actually trips the switch and that shuts off the screen once it's closed, and then reverses that on opening. Now, everything in the screen's contact closure based, so up, down, screen on, screen off, lift, stop. So it all can be integrated into any major control system through contact closure.
Boy, that's beautiful, Brian. I love it. So speaking of these speakers, a little play on words there. Let's go check out, like you said, your bread and butter.
All right.
Because this is a really interesting technology from the sense that it truly does disappear. You're not left with speaker grills. It's paintable, I'm assuming.
Yeah, actually, let's go real quick. I'll show you something like that. So this would be a great introductory to the invisible speaker concept. So what we have here on this wall is an illustration of different stages of installation for our range of invisible speakers.
Okay.
So oftentimes the process starts during the framing and pre-wire stage of a build. And if you know a little bit about invisible speakers, they're essentially a flat radiating diaphragm style, so a flat front with drivers attached on the inside. So what the concept is they install directly to the framing of the wall or the ceilings, fine tooth, and then standard joint compounds and mudwork and tape work are used to make the speaker completely invisible.
Standard. Nothing special to keep things from cracking or anything like that. So any installer can do that.
Yep, we follow our scheme. Essentially, we teach the installer how to registrate the speaker in relation to the surrounding wallboard properly, and then this forces the wall finishers into spreading material out away from the speaker, and then delivering a final skim coat over the speaker to make it 100% invisible with no speaker grill. The sound just magically comes from your walls or your ceilings. To start the process, we use a pre-installation bracket. This is designed to mark the location of the speaker. It forces guys to hang their sheetrock around this location, saving the dealer from having to cut holes later. But when it's time to put the speaker in is after the wallboard's up, but before the mudding and taping ensues. This gets removed, and the actual speaker gets installed. This is a real speaker. So very durable, fiberglass based, but it's a proprietary surface that we've designed based around its resident properties, but it finishes like sheetrock. See, it fully has a paper finish.
It does have a paper finish.
Taping and mudding, easy taping and mudding. And then we
is this roughly 16 inches? So this can fit in a stud bay, essentially.
Absolutely. So all of our speakers are 16-inch wide, one dimension, so for standard 16 on framing, but they can also be installed down into framing as narrow as 8.5 inches for some of our more narrow models of speakers.
So what happens I guess pre-construction, you can specify where you want these, and then they can frame it in a way that the speakers would be exactly where you want them. But if it's old construction, can you cut into stud? I mean, do you have installers that cut studs out? And
100%. Retrofit makes up a major portion of the business.
Yeah.
And it's really quite simple. I joke that it's, if you have a hole in your wall, patch with a speaker, right? It's you can pull speaker wire to that location, and there's really no bigger deal to do than open up the wall a little bit more, find your framing. Maybe you need to add a little bit of framing in some situations, but essentially the speaker is designed to work like a wallboard patch.
Right. Yeah. By the way, folks, it's not a good idea generally to just cut a stud and leave it. So you're saying if you're going to cut it, you need to reinforce it.
Yeah.
Probably. Get a professional.
You don't even need to cut a stud.
Right.
But you're just opening the wall between two studs.
Right.
And then attaching the speaker to.
Oh, that's really cool.
So the next iteration here shows a half-finished speaker and a half-unfinished speaker. And this is designed to illustrate the compatibility with standard smooth wall finish or textured finish, light knockdown textures, wood peel textures. These are all perfectly fine for the speaker. Next iteration, show use of wallpaper.
Wow, you can wallpaper right over it.
Absolutely, wallpaper right over it. It's a great choice for use for really custom looks in rooms.
And this doesn't cause bubbling along the seam edge from the force of the drivers behind it at all?
No, the deflection of the diaphragm is really designed to be very minimal, and we find that almost any wallpaper made will work over these speakers. We've tested hundreds and hundreds of wallpapers over the years. We used to have a program where dealers could send us wallpapers and we would test and measure for them.
Oh, wow.
The last innovation shows actually wood veneer over the speaker, so ultra high-end installations and locations. It's beautiful design imaginable. We have the ability to go over these speakers with laminates and veneers.
Beautiful. Can we take a quick peek at the drivers before we call the wrap? So now you get a good idea. Is this front-facing here?
We're looking at the back of the speaker now, so this has actually been reversed so that we can see the inner workings of the speaker.
Okay, so this would be the rear, what you place into the wall first.
Yeah, so this would be the front, and this is the same speaker, but the rear.
Okay.
And what is going on here is a cutaway view of the included enclosure. So every one of our speakers comes with an acoustically tuned enclosure.
Okay.
This can be removed, so in case you need to install the speaker into areas with very shallow depth, the speaker or the back box can be removed for those types of situations. But it's an acoustically designed back box, so we always recommend using it whenever possible.
Okay, it's going to sound better. You're going to get more depth probably out of the speaker. But
exact right air volume for the speaker.
Sure.
It will allow the speaker to reach its full potential.
Okay.
So inside the speaker, though, behind the back box, you see we use traditional cone woofer drivers in all of our speakers. This is very unique to us, and it really helps us to deliver that full true range experience with the speaker. In addition to that, we use transducer drivers with every one of these speakers, and these are responsible for the high and mid-range outputs. The way this works is the transducers are coupled directly to the inside of the diaphragm, meaning they're glued into the backside of the surface, while the woofers load an air chamber behind this surface. So every time the woofer is moving forward, it's working on a principle known as an acoustic lever, and that translates to deflection of the surface. That's what's moving the air that we actually hear as bass.
That's really cool. A truly invisible speaker. Crossover network is built in. These are obviously passive speakers, I'm assuming, and then you have to feed them power through an amplifier that's somewhere in the home.
Yeah, absolutely correct.
Right. Is it against code to have an amp built in?
I believe it is, but we find that having this serve as more of a traditional speaker, a passive speaker design, gives a little bit more flexibility to the integrator as far as the kind of amplifier they want to see best used for that system.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I will say about our invisible speakers, or any invisible speakers for that matter, they are slightly less efficient design than a traditional speaker, and there are several reasons for that. One, because of the different ways we're using drivers to energize this surface, but also number two, the full output, the wide dispersion that's known with invisible speakers. Both of these attribute to a less efficient speaker design, so we are looking at dealers wanting to install and specify amplifiers that meet recommended guard points.
So you need some muscle behind the amp section.
You want some muscle.
You want some, if you want the best sound, folks, out of these speakers, you got to feed them correctly.
Yeah.
Basically is what.
We start around 60 watts per channel on our background music applications, but we're all the way up to 250 watt recommended power handling.
Yeah, that's a pretty beefy amp.
For some of our luxury premium grade speakers.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, where can folks find out more about Stealth and that beautiful, what's the product name for this?
We call this product the Patio Theater.
Patio Theater. Okay, so where can they go online to find out more information?
Take a look at our website. It's the best place. It's stealthacoustics.com. We're on all the social media platforms as well.
Awesome. Brian, thanks for taking time with us today.
Thanks, Todd.
Folks, this is really cool stuff. I'll drop some links to it down in the description. In the meantime, make sure you subscribe to our channel so you can keep track of all of our CEDIA content, but more importantly, become a member of our home theater forum over at avnirvana.com.